I got off the plane. It was a really long flight. I'm exhausted and tired, and I hop into the cab right away, introduce myself to the cabbie. He tells me his name is Sam, and off we go. And right away, my spidey sense tells me he's not doing very well. He's talking a mile a minute, and then he starts swerving on the road, and I buckle my seatbelt, make sure it's there, and I lean forward and I say, "Hey man, are you okay?" And he says, No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay because tonight is the night of an anniversary that happened a long time ago, of these traumatic things that happened to me. And I'm watching my exit go by. He's passing it by. And he says, "You're my last fare of the night, and I plan to take my life." I know. I have that pit in my stomach too. I'm sweating. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is not how I thought my life was going to go. I didn't think I was going to die in the back of a cab like this. And that's in that moment, that's when my CIA training kicked in. And a long time ago, when I was starting very early on, I had an instructor, and he told me a formula that I want to give you tonight that can de-escalate any situation, any conflict, any fight, anything that's not going well. And it is this formula, the words, "You're right," and you pause. And this is the trick. You need to pause for 1 to 3 seconds to really let those words land, because they stop people cold. It stops fights cold. And then you move to common ground. It's like a door. This is where you get to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. A door opens up in the conversation, and you move through it with the person you're having a conflict with, and you're finding common ground. And you might have to do that 10 times, 20 times, but you stay together. You stay together because you want to become a we in that moment, because it's like, if something's going down, I'm going to be glued to that person like Velcro. And so remember, it's "you're right," pause. 1, 2, 3. Common ground. So back in the cab with Sam. Now it's worse. He's sobbing. He's crying through his tears. He's speeding down the road. And I'm getting more and more nervous. I'm thinking like, oh my God, Kelly, you got to keep this together, keep it together, keep it together. And he starts to say things as he's swerving over the white line where the cliffs are. He says to me, "I just don't even know what the point of life is anymore. It's just so much sadness out there." And I say, "Oh my gosh, Sam. Yeah, there's so much sadness there. You're right. But you know what? I'm in the back of this cab with you, and I'm going to stay with you. We're going to figure this out together, okay?" And he looks up in the rearview mirror looking at me. I don't think he knows what to do, but I've got him, right? So we're going to move together now. And he says, "There's just so much. How does one human ever handle it?" And I said, "You're right. I don't know either, but I'm here with you, and we're going to figure it out." And eventually this works. I'm going through door after door after door with him, finding common ground all the way. And eventually he starts to slow down. Eventually he starts to get past that white line back into traffic. And eventually, thank God, we finally get to my house. And he parks the car, and he turns around and he looks at me as I'm shaking to pay with my credit card for this experience. And he says, my sister, I didn't think anyone cared. I didn't think there was a point. But you were listening, and you stayed with me, and I just have to thank you." And so that's the whole thing about this. I got out of the car, and I watched him go away. Wait till he's all gone, right? And I collapsed in the driveway of my house, and I'm shaking because now the feelings and the emotions are catching up with me. And I never thought that was going to save my life. And I never thought that I would use it to stay close to my family when we have political differences. It's helped me stay at the table with them or on the phone when I want to get off. Maybe they want to get off too. But I want to give this to you. So it's "you're right." You pause and find common ground. Because here's the thing, Seattle. Take a look around. We're a heart-forward audience. If a poll from late 2024 is right, more than half of us would say we're now estranged from someone we used to love. And so you can use this at Thanksgiving table, at the holidays. The next time someone says something, you're like, I don't know if they're so right about that. But you use it for curiosity, love, connection. And I think that's how we find that common ground, and we don't tear ourselves and each other apart. So stick it in your back pocket, deploy often, and teach it to someone else. Thank you so much.